We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but Hoops Hype came out with they're going through their top 26, which is always weird. Their top 26 at every position, right? And I'm not quite sure why they chose 26 because there are 30 teams in the league. And of course, that doesn't mean that every team is represented by each of these lists.
Those last four players are just really bad, I guess.
Yeah. So I always like to go through sort of what it is that they believe, sort of their parameters for making these lists. And this is from Hoops Hype. The way we ranked these players was through a team vote, so any biases could be put aside, and also the results could be as fair as possible. But it's also a futures list, right? So they're just predicting. They're not going off of last year's stats. They're predicting what they think will happen this year and where players will rank this year. So we'll start first with the shooting guards list because there are two Sacramento Kings on this. And Malik Monk is number 24 on the list. I don't have
third from the bottom.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, Zach LaVine is number 10 on the list, right? So number 10 on the list, that seems about right for Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Zach LaVine is one of the most efficient scorers in the league, without any question. I don't, again, I can have problems with his defensive ability. I can have problems with the fact that some games he decides that he's not going to play and not shoot the ball, and you're like, what exactly is happening?
Yeah, I feel like general over his career, the issues with Zach LaVine have been less about his ability to play basketball and more so his ability to be the guy on the team.
Yeah, I mean, last year he shot 51% from the field and he shot 44.6% from three.
Yeah.
He's one of the best shooters in the league. And not only that, but he's not a primary catch and shoot guy. So he gives you something different. He's able to pull up off the dribble from 27 feet. And when he gets hot, we all saw it last year. It's absolutely incredible to watch. And the other thing I'd point out too with when it comes to LaVine is just how consistent he was last year. And for me, when you have a player who, steps into a new team in a new situation mid-season, you don't know what you're going to get, right? And I think when it came to LaVine, I was super impressed that in his 42 games with the Chicago Bulls, he shot 44.6% from three. In his 32 games with the Kings, he shot 44.6% from three. He shot 51.1% from the field with the Bulls and 51.1% from the field with the Kings.
Consistency.
I've never seen someone who's so consistent across two teams in one season. If anything, his free throw percentage jumped to 87.4% from with the Kings, where he was at 80% with 79.7 with the Bulls. But everything else was just like extremely consistent and efficient. And so for me, that's why like I get him being number 10. I also think that, if you're looking at this season, that's probably the rumors about Monk potentially being on the table, whether he's going to be a Sacramento King or not, that is probably impacting where he is on this list as well.
I'd imagine so. And sticking with Malik Monk real quick, that whole thing is kind of just fizzled out. Like how do I? He's a perennial 6 man of the year candidate. I don't get why everyone, and just whether it feels like it's from the Kings or from teams not just wanting to trade for him or anything like that. This list, it seems like everyone is just down on Malik Monk.
Yeah, I don't agree with him being like a worse player than he was a year before. And I understand the financial ramifications of Malik Monk's contract and why he doesn't make sense for a new management group in Sacramento.
I'm asking a question here with that. Like, have we hit a point where just this new CBA, the apron stuff, has made it where $18 million per year is just like, yeah, that's a little tough to keep around?
I think that there are I think the NBA middle class is going to go away. And that's what, like, I know it sounds weird to say he's middle class, but in the NBA standards, like 18 to 22 million is kind of
the
like
role players that are in between.
Yeah, you have your young players and your league minimum guys. And then you have your sort of lower middle class, which are like around the 10 to 14 million. Then you have this other range from like 15 to 25 million. And then from there you go to the the rich folk.
Yeah.
And then you have like maybe a layer of people who are rich, but they're not wealthy. And then you have your wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have your $35 million players out there and stuff. But I do think that middle is totally being affected. And especially in a season where there aren't, there's no free agent money, right? So I still think Malik Monk has a tremendous amount of value. I just think as a management group, if you're assessing your team, I can see them going, okay, number one, Malik Monk should be like what you said. You should be able to trade a 27-year-old guy who averaged, 17 points and 5.6 assists last season. You should be able to trade that guy.
Yeah, he can get his own shot.
Yeah, any other season, you should be able to trade that guy with no problems. You even like talk about a guy like Cam Thomas who's sitting out there. Cam Thomas is a higher end scorer than Malik Monk. Malik Monk's a better player.
Yeah.
Like, at least in my book, he's just a
No,
better
I'd agree
player.
with that too.
Yeah, I mean, he's more versatile. He can play the one, he can play the two. But that's where I kind of look at this list and I shake my head. Because if you're just predicating this off of the fact that, De'Aaron Fox might not be, that Malik Monk might not be on the Kings next year, so you're going to, sort of downgrade him. That's one thing. I don't get it, but okay.
Well, looking at the players they have ahead of him, at number 23, local favorite, Buddy Hield.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, Buddy Hield averaged 11 points per game last year, and he shot 41% from the field. And I don't get it. Like, how would you think that you're going to project out that Buddy Hield is going to have a better season than a guy like Malik Monk? Now we get to the next guy. The next guy on the list is Bradley Beal. Okay, I buy it. Bradley Beal, I believe, is a better player than Malik Monk. There are some quirks to him that don't make any sense and that people don't like. But then, that every player has some things that are a little different, right? Number 21, Alex Caruso. Again, I get it.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso's one of the top defenders in the league. And if you want to compare his defense against Monk's offense, okay. But you're talking about a guy who's on a championship winner and like a really good player. Number 20, Ty Jerome.
I don't agree with that one, James. Gotta say.
I don't understand this at all.
Maybe that's one where they're really putting an emphasis on Ty Jerome, maybe taking a step this season. Or like you talked about, it kind of being future rankings as well. That's the only way I can kind of see that. But even then, it's kind of tough. So
what if I told you that Ty Jerome is older than Malik Monk?
Then everything I know is a lie. I would have just guessed that Ty Jerome was like 23 or something.
No. And he just signed a 3-year, $28 million deal with Memphis. So maybe his opportunity is going to be different.
Yeah, but I don't. Then that's even worse for me.
Yeah, I'm very confused. So Malik is 27. He won't turn 28 until February. And Ty Jerome is, I believe, 28. Yeah, he's 28. And in July, he'll be 29. So, I mean, that's not a big deal that he's a little bit older. But again, show me where Ty Jerome has proven that this is a player who he is.
He hasn't reached what Malik Monk has yet.
Nope. Okay, so let's get to number 19. Aaron Wiggins?
You mean Andrew?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't. Aaron Wiggins too. Like he's not better than Malik Monk.
Aaron Wiggins at number 19?
I don't even see him taking a step ahead of Malik Monk this year.
Look, I think Aaron Wiggins is a good defender. But I'm confused by the Aaron Wiggins being this high on a list. So again, it's a little weird to see this. After we get past that, I think that, again, Christian Brown, I think is again a better two-way player.
Shaedon Sharpe after that.
Shaedon Sharpe had a much better season last year than I thought. Anthony Simons at number 16.
Boston Celtics legend, 6-man. I'm gonna be real. I feel like him and Malik are around the same type of player.
Same type of player, but I think Malik is a better distributor, and I would probably take Malik Monk.
Fair
After
enough,
that,
yeah, I agree with that.
I think CJ McCollum is a better player. I think Jalen Green is a better player. Dyson Daniels is a better player. So I get the list. Kobe White is a better player than Malik Monk. Desmond Bane at number 11. So I'm okay with the list. I'm even okay with all the guys that are ahead of Zach LaVine, except for maybe Austin Reeves at number 9. But Austin Reeves is always going to be higher on these lists than he should be.
Yeah, and he's expected to get a decent little payday too coming up.
Yeah. All right. Well, when we step aside, we'll take a look at the point guards just a little bit, but then we'll dive into this